What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Across the Board. Guys, it's Friday. We have made it to the end of the week. Got my main man, Joe, here's you with me. What is up, dude?
Dude, really good day yesterday. Feeling real good, man. Just keeping it positive every day. So, feeling real good.
Love to hear it.
Could
Love it.
easily get another 5 unit day, but I'll just walk away with the 2.6 units. As long as it's going up, that's all I care about.
I hear that. See, we already got Justin here in the chat. What is going on, man? Yes, definitely have some good games to actually today, especially tonight night. There is definitely one big game that I know that everybody wants to talk about. Got Joe in the chat. What is going on, man? Nice to see you here. And while I get this show sent out to some places, we're gonna do a little Thursday recap. Joe, I actually know, like you already said it some, but yeah, if you actually want to go into how your Thursday was.
Dude, my Thursday was pretty nice, man. I had the Astros on the first five. Well, I should have took the under, but I got greedy and went for plus 110. It pushed. I had Chet double at plus 130. That hit pretty easily, actually. He did that by the third quarter. The over in the OKC game, over 217, that went up to 226, easy. Aaron Gordon 2 threes is where I dropped the ball. He had one in the first quarter and just never got me the second one. I tailed you on that the easiest bet of my entire life with a third quarter cash yesterday. But I got greedy. I went for Beto over 5.5 hits allowed. He gave up 5 and they pulled him. He didn't get 2 full innings, but that was gonna hit at plus 141. Then I had a little small 2-man parlay with Aaron Gordon PRAs and Jalen Williams assists. I got the assist, but Aaron Gordon just decided to not score the ball yesterday. All in all, I ended at plus 259. So
Nice day.
2.59. Let me say that. The slimming is just going crazy. So let me just clarify. There's a dot in between mine.
Well, yesterday, I had a nice 4-0 day. I once again, man, as far as this week is actually like as far as actually volume has gone, man, I've really kept it low, and it's been working extremely well. I think I've hit 9 straight now, maybe 10. So yeah, man, things are definitely going good. Yeah, we had the over in the actual we had the over in the Dodgers game. That was sweat free. As far as in the basketball game,
Third inning.
we had the over there also. As far as on the show yesterday, I said I wanted the over somehow. I wanted either the first half or either actually full game, and it didn't matter where you went there because both of them cashed. And actually, then as far as tennis,
when both your plays cash, whichever way, that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, then as far as tennis goes, I had a nice 2-0 sweep there. So yeah, man, everything's rolling along very nicely. As far as the ladder play cashed, we actually cashed out a little bit more to like day. So we have cashed out actually like $1,000 now. So we've already banked that. And then today we still have an actual $1,500 play. So there's gonna be fun. Let's go back to chat. Seeing a bunch of people in the chat here. We got Benjamin. I actually don't believe I've ever seen you. What is up, man?
What's up, dude?
We got J-Bo in the chat. What's going on? Jay was saying Alpha's been hot. Definitely, man. Kind of like all of us are.
Yeah.
So yeah, Red Action now is definitely a good time. Yeah, J-Bo, that was yeah.
Third inning cash, though. Are you serious? The Dodgers by themselves cashed a whole over in the third inning. That's insane.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
I was like, use lubrication next time, Lord.
Then we got Jay. What's going on, man? I'm not sure what symbol that's supposed to be. We cannot see
Ladder.
it.
That's the ladder.
Oh, that's ladder. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on my Mac. I can see it on my Mac, but not my phone. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Like, hopefully we can keep it going, man. Yeah, that's just something. But like I said, I actually like to take a little bit out, because we started with actually such a small amount. So like we've already made $1,000. Like we've already kept it now. So now like if we do like whenever we do lose a play, we've like still made something good. So yeah, we're gonna keep that going.
We started with $65.
Yeah.
And we've already put 1,000 up in less than a week. Like, what more? Like, I honestly don't know what else it would take. Because if you don't have 65, you probably shouldn't be sports betting. Just my personal opinion. But
Yeah, probably. I mean, everybody's gonna do what they do, but
yeah.
yeah, probably shouldn't be. But anyway, man, let's go ahead and get into a little MLB. First game we're going to talk about is the Mets at the Yankees. Um, this is a series that everybody always likes. We got the Yankees here favored at home at -140. Got a total of 9 here. We got Carlos Rodon pitching at home, which I know personally that is where I actually like to back him. Um, he, he always seems to do well at actually home. As far as his numbers on the year are like really good. I mean, like he has a whip of 0.97, which like everybody knows that's a stat that I really like to dive actually into. Um, so I definitely like that. He actually did give up 4 his last game, but that was at the A's, and like we all know that ballpark is that small park, and just there's always a bunch of runs scored there. So to me, this seems actually more actually like a bounce back start for actually him. And actually then at home, like he's just been pitching so actually well. Um, so yeah, this is a spot as far as the Yankees that was already looking to actually back them. Um, but then on the other side though, you know what, Joe? I'm actually going to let you actually talk about him.
So Tyler McGill, my play on this game is over 2.5 earned runs given up. Just in his last 3 games, he's given up 3 to Washington. He's given up 4 to St. Louis and 4 to Chicago Cubs. So in my opinion, the Yankees are not a team that if you're giving up a lot of runs, that's not a team that you really want to see. I did like the Rodon first 5 angle. That's the angle that I wanted to go to, but it was at like -145 when I looked at it. And I was like, got to stay true to my name, no juice. So I looked for a different angle, and I'm like, I think this got a lot of potential, man. Just I've also looked at his Ks. His Ks are extremely high. And in my opinion, if you're mowing down guys, giving them the walk of shame, essentially there's a room where the manager could say, okay, we need to leave this guy out here a little bit longer, which bodes well for us because the Yankees have a ton of home run sluggers all throughout their lineup. So give me the Yankees over McGill to give up 2.5 earned runs. Even if the reason why I didn't play the Yankees team total first 5 is because if McGill goes to 6, we're still covered. We get an extra inning of somebody, clearing the bases. So that's why I took the earned runs over 2.5.
Yeah, I definitely like that play. I'm actually going a little bit different way here. I'm actually going Yankees, and I'm actually going with them on the first 5. I got the first 5 money line there at -135. As far as how I have this game priced, as far as the model goes, I am way off. I have this more in like the -170 range here. So to me, this seems like a very clear edge here. So I'm going to go with it. I didn't play it quite as big as I would normally play something with actually like showing like that, like because the edge I'm showing there is huge. So I didn't play it as big because this series, is always seemed to play very, very tight. These are actually usually like really, really good actually games. And actually both of these teams I've actually both been playing well. So actually just the first game here, I didn't necessarily go light, but it's not like a super heavy play.
Yeah, McGill over 2.5 is a 1 unit play for me. I haven't made a 2 unit play in baseball yet outside of Taylor and JD, so put that with the grain of salt. I do like it a lot, but it is 1 unit, just to clear that up. So
Like it, man. But yeah, let's keep it moving. Now, got the Tigers are playing the Blue Jays. Tigers on the road, laying -115. Total here is 8.5. Man, Tigers have been getting it done on season now. They are 29-15. I will say I do like this team. But I think we're to the point now where they are actually there's no value really actually backing them now. Because I think they're a good team. I just don't think they're quite this good. But anyway, so actually we'll actually see actually like how that goes. J-Bo is already jumping in here over to the moon. Yeah, man, like that's my play here. This number is another one I don't understand. I just don't understand it, but you know what, guys? We're gonna have to take a quick pause here. Gonna have to take a quick pause because we have something special for everybody. We got the Mexico dog in the house. What is up, man?
What is up, boys? You know I had to pop in here. Knicks game day. Knicks game 6. Celtics game 6. But I'm here to tell you guys one thing. I do have to go because it's very loud and you guys can hear all that. And there's a plane coming that's probably going to be terrible. But what I have to tell you guys right now, the Knicks are winning this game by double digits. -9.5 alt line. Joe, you could be upset with it. I respect you. I love you both. But it's the Knicks by 9.5.
Love
Celtics
it,
to
man.
win the series plus 235, baby.
Joe, come on, bro. Come on.
Hey.
You know I don't like that. Well, gentlemen, I do have to run, but I had to pop in here. Knicks game day. I tried getting Hefe in here. He is here with me, but the amount of sunburn that is on that guy, you can't see him right now. It is so bad. So I appreciate you guys. Let's go, Knicks, and I'm excited to be back on the show on Tuesday. Appreciate you, boys.
Awesome, man.
Love you, Alf.
Later. All right.
I had the troll. I had to. I couldn't let that go by.
That was nice to have him pop in here. Hey, what is the weather like in Mexico, man? It is actually looking like it's great.
85.
Yeah, sunny and 85, and it is just perfect. But yeah, we are gonna dive into that game next. We definitely have a bunch of thoughts there, but everybody knows what actually Alpha's thoughts, and everybody knows what actually Hefe's thoughts are also on that game. But yeah, let's get back to this game. Tigers and the Blue Jays. Yeah, guys, I'm like going over here. If you're into trends, you're gonna love this play even actually more. That's not really how I bet, but I actually mean like it doesn't. It definitely helps though. But actually, to the over, the actual Tigers last 10 are 8-1-1, and the Blue Jays are 9-1. These teams have been going over, over. And today, with both of these guys on the mound, I think that both sides put up runs. As far as the Tigers, they've been putting up runs, man. Their last 3 games, they've put up 6, 10, and 14 runs. That's crazy, man. And today, I think that keeps going. Because actually, as far as Francis goes, he's a guy who just has not been pitching well. I feel like the Blue Jays have lost like not like all of his starts, but I like feel like it's been like most of them though. Just his past 3 games, he's given up 3, 4, and 7 runs. And actually, this is a Tigers offense now. Like actually, we actually said, I mean, like they're hot. Um, so we're just gonna keep riding that, and then, man, on the other side, Jack, he, my feelings about him are like kind of mixed. Because like in the form he's in currently, like over his past few games, I know he's not that bad. His last 3, he's given up 5, 4, and then 4 runs. Um, you know, yeah, just from watching him for years now, I know he's not that bad, but he is just in an actual slump now. And then this Blue Jays, as far as their lineup, guys, I just feel like they're about to break out because they have been getting so many men on actually base, but just not hitting them in. And I really feel like they're just a breakout game is like about to come in. And actually, I think tonight could be it. As far as the model, I have this close to 10 runs. I have it at 9.78. So whenever I'm this far off here, I like blindly play these. And actually over the years, they've done very well. So this line, it was a little weird to me. It is starting to move now. When I gave this out to clients, I got over 8.5, and that was at, I believe that was at plus 100. Yeah. It is starting to move on up now. You're seeing actually minus 110s at actually like most places. So there's a good sign because I was kind of like, I don't know, not really worried, but was wondering why the line was juiced to the under there. Now, like I said, it's actually starting to move. It's definitely starting to move the way I actually thought it would. So that is good to see. Joe, do you have anything here that you like?
So I hate giving out home run props, but I think today Kerry Carpenter has a good shot at knocking one out. Like you
Carry
said,
Bonds.
yeah. So that's the one that I'm gonna take. Plus 225 on Bovada, but I'm sprinkling not even a quarter of a unit, literally like $5. Like I'm not going crazy, but that's what I'm doing. I'm taking Kerry the Bomber, in my opinion. So the wind's blowing out to center field. Francis is, he's Francis. So that's the route that I'm taking. I'm gonna hammer the over 8.5 to tell JD, and I'm gonna take Kerry Carpenter as a, see if I can turn $5 into a Mom's Pizza or something.
What is the price there?
Plus 225 on Bovada.
Plus 225. Yeah,
Yeah, so,
that's what I was saying. Like price has to be low.
yeah, it's
Yeah, but no, there's definitely one
just something fun.
that I still like there. Guys, as far as baseball, I know as far as today, there is a bunch of games. If actually y'all have any certain questions about any games, definitely drop them in the chat, and actually we will hit them at the end of the show here. Trying to get this out, but yeah, man. I think we know what time it is, and that's Joe's favorite time. We're gonna talk a little NBA. Tonight we only have one game, and as far as this like show goes, and who our normal show crew is, this is the game. Celtics at the Knicks. Knicks laying 2.5 points because somebody that we know is not there, and actually that's why they are laying 2.5 points with a total of 211. That actually total has been going up. Joe, I'm just gonna let you start, man.
All right, I'll make everybody's life easy. I am on the Boston Celtics to win at plus 125. You keep the 2.5. I don't think this is going to be close. And let me tell you why. The main reason is that Jason Tatum's out of the lineup. This Boston Celtics team, they have new life. The way that Jaylen Brown has been leading this team is completely different from where Jason Tatum is heading it. I'm really ready to open up conversations about them attempting to, leave some money on the table and bite the dust and get rid of Tatum and keep Jaylen Brown. That's what I think is going to happen because honestly, if you look at the Celtics for the past couple of years, the signs have been on the wall for Brown, but it's like, how can you not like Brown? One, the things that he does off of the court for Boston. Brown's contract is extremely high, not just for Brown. It's because of the foundation work that he's doing around the city of Boston. So the city of Boston is bought into Jaylen Brown. They love him. His non-for-profit, I'm not going to go into details about that. You can do your own homework. But he has a non-for-profit in Boston that's doing extremely well. That's one. Two, the Celtics, they're not dying by the three-pointer, right? We saw all those games where they come out, have almost a 20-point lead going into the locker room, and then they shoot themselves out of the game. That's not the decision-making that Brown does. Brown is like, yo, send somebody big at me, and I'm going by him. And not only am I going by him, I'm either going to score or I'm going to cut for Drew Holiday or Derek White or Peyton Pritchard, and it's going to be an easy layup. So those 20-point leads are now sustained for longer durations. Whereas if Tatum would miss a shot, right? So you missed a three-pointer. Now they're scoring in transition because they're faster than you, right? And the Knicks they scored way too many points doing that. And that's how they claw themselves back in the games. Scoring in transition, and then Jalen Brunson getting on the free throw line. When I looked at the Celtics game strategy last game, they literally targeted Jalen Brunson on defense. It wasn't even about to score. It was about get him out of the game so that he cannot lead the fourth quarter comeback. That's what it was about. And it was genius, in my opinion. They got that man 5 fouls in the third quarter alone last game. They targeted him on purpose. It wasn't about scoring. They already had the lead. It was about getting him out the game and seeing who else on the Knicks could beat us if, in fact, they could. Mikal Bridges without Jalen Brunson, complete ghost. Did not show up. OG did not show up. That Knicks team is so blatantly obvious that they thrive behind Jalen Brunson. And if he doesn't get going, the rest of them don't get going. Karl Anthony Towns, he was in foul trouble. So guess what that meant? That meant the extra rim protector that you would have had is not there. So now the layup lines are just wide open. Mitch Robinson, give me a break. He's coming out to the three to try to defend Jaylen Brown. That's not going to work. He made that blatantly obvious and blatantly clear. If I were the Knicks, I would run a 2-3 zone. The one that, the Cavs deployed on the Pacers. That's about the only way you stand a chance because the Knicks give up a ton of corner threes and a team like the Boston Celtics. You don't want them shooting wide open threes because Derek White will hang up 34 on you so easily. And it'll be the quietest 34 you ever seen in your life. So that's I'm on the Boston Celtics money line at plus 125. And my favorite play on this game by far, best bet, letting it out a little early, is the Boston Celtics to score over 103.5. Even if they lose this game, the way that they scored 127 in dominant fashion, and it wasn't by three-pointers for the most part, that made me a believer. If they do lose it, they've cleared that line a lot. I like it up to 110, to be honest with you, but I took 103 because I'm, hammering it. So, but I like the Celtics to score at least 110 in this one.
I got you, man. Look, guys, as far as the side, and I'm just off of it. This was going to be my Knicks spot. I hadn't been betting the Knicks, but this was going to be my Knicks spot. I thought they were, going to close it out here. I was ready to do it days ago. But then seeing how the Celtics played the last game, though, that just got me off of it. It doesn't have me, as far as the Celtics, it doesn't have me on them because on another way, they played great. They made a bunch of shots. From the field, I forgot what they were, but they
a lot. It was a high percentage.
it was a very high percentage. So a part of me almost thinks like, okay, that was their game. Like that's the best game you're going to get from them, and they're not going to be able to actually do that again here. And then as far as the Knicks, as far as defense, they're going to try to really lock down. So yeah, I just don't have a strong feeling enough to actually make a, to make an actual play, to actually put money down. I just don't feel, a super strong way because I could see a couple different things going on here.
Let me tell you another reason why I'm so high on the Celtics right now. It is my favorite team in the NBA, but why I'm so high on them, right? The way that they scored was efficient. It wasn't like, okay, I need you to pull a fadeaway three. I didn't hardly see. I mean, Derek White hit a couple fadeaway threes, but he's Derek White. We let him do that. But for the most part, a lot of that was the guy was wide open, and these were like uncontested shots. The Knicks had been getting away with playing horrible defense, in my opinion, because the Celtics were shooting themselves out of the game. And the Knicks, this isn't the first series they've done this. They did this in the Detroit series. The Detroit series just they just couldn't close the game. We saw them, the Knicks are far too comfortable getting behind by 20 points because they rely on the other team to be like, oh, well, we're ahead. We're going to shoot the three to try to kill them, right? That's when they've got you. Because as soon as you start shooting and you start missing, they're scoring in transition. The Celtics slowed it down, took high efficient shots inside the paint, inside of the arc, right? And that's why. Like Drew Holiday is not going to miss a layup. Like he's just not going to do it. He's too physical and he's wide open. He's way too good. He was the primary scorer in New Orleans. Like the dude is extremely good and he's overlooked. And in my opinion, there's other factors that go into this that I like. Jaylen Brown, he was the finals MVP when they won the championship. And he didn't make the Olympic team. How? He feels jaded by that, right? Jason Tatum, who made the team, didn't get to play. So it's like, whoa, how do you have the Olympic team without the two stars from our team, right? So the disrespect is there. Also, he hears the trade rumors. I mean, the man cut his hair. Like he hears what's going on about, oh, well, you got to build the team around Tatum. You got to build the team. Why? Like, he's a city philanthropist. He's doing everything in the city. He trains different than Tatum. He trains underwater with weights or whatever. Like, how do you not like this guy? Like, I don't understand. He's a leader of men. If you look at the game, go back and look at if you go to my page, you'll see the video that I'm talking about. I retweeted it, whatever. At the end of the game, when the game was over, he stood up and he looked every man in their eyes and he slapped them on the chest or slapped their hand. That Celtics team responded to that. He's an alpha leader. He's an alpha dog. And that was the difference between the Knicks and the Celtics. The Knicks had zero fear. They were playing with house money. Nobody expected them to beat Boston. That Boston was minus 850 favorites before this series started.
Yep.
Now Tatum gets injured, which secretly is a blessing in disguise because now Jaylen Brown is leading and they're scoring far too efficiently. They're tougher. They're more physical. That's why they got Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson both in foul trouble. Now you have to rely on a Mitch Robinson who can't move his feet to save his life. He can't chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. Like the man has zero coordination. His free throws are literal line drives. But he's hitting them, so respect to him for that. So,
gotcha, man.
I'm on.
Yeah, like I said, far as the side, if the Knicks win, will I be shocked? No. If the Celtics win, will I be shocked? No. I do think the Knicks need to win this game. Because if it goes to a game 7, I definitely don't think that's good for actually them. So this is where, they need to get it done here. But there is a prop in this game.
So it's a game 7 for both teams, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Yes. Definitely is. There's a prop here in this game that I absolutely love, though. It is a Jaylen Brown prop. The last game we actually came on the show here, and I gave out. It was actually it it was actually his assist prop, and actually it was at 4.5. Then he had 12. Blew that out of the water.
He had over 7. I think he had over 7 in the first half. Like
It was either 6 or either 7. Yeah.
yeah. So,
And as far as rebounds go, he's also been grabbing those. So tonight I'm going to combine both of those, and that line is at 13.5. Last game he had 20. Am I expecting him to have 20 again? No. But there's a chance. I mean,
I am.
but anyway, yeah, this actually like assists plus actually rebounds line. I just think it's low.
It's far too low.
Yeah, so that's my favorite play on actually this game by far.
It's priced as if Tatum is still playing, and he's not.
Right.
So the again, he had 12 assists. What does that mean? That means they're converting a lot of the potentials. Why? Because one, he's on the court a lot. He's a ton of minutes, right? And then the conversion is cuts to the hole. They're layups. They're the easiest thing in the world. Like, do I see the Knicks running the zone to try to limit some of that? Yes. But guess what? He can also rebound because he's just as big as Jason Tatum. Like, so he can also rebound if need be. That 13.5 is far too low.
Yep.
Honestly, once that clears this game, it's going to be at 15.5 next game. Watch.
Oh, well, yeah, actually, that's where I think it should be.
Yeah.
So
that's where I have it. Like, I have it at 15.5. So I'm slamming at 13.5.
Yeah. So what do you think about this, man? Celtics are still only plus 350 to win the conference. What does that say to you?
I don't like it. Let me tell you why I don't like it. I don't feel like I feel like that line gives complete disrespect to the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers are better than a lot of people are ready to admit because all of that squad is pretty much young bulls and they're healthy. They're basically the Detroit Pistons that made it. Like, if we're going to be honest, they have the better coach, in my opinion. I mean, far as like the Pistons, they have the better coach by far. Their roster is healthy. None of those guys are injured. And a lot of the reason why I say that roster is healthy is because that coach knows I'm not going to run my guys into the ground. He will pull Halliburton, his best player, and have him sitting on the bench if he's not producing. He literally believes in the next man up. Bro, the Pacers are very underrated. And guess what? They also have been giving Boston troubles when Boston was fully healthy with Porzingis and Tatum. So now they're without 2 of their stars. And I don't think you could just discount that. Like, I love Jaylen Brown. I do think the Celtics make it out of this series in 7, but I'm not gonna disrespect the Pacers like that.
That's what I'm saying. This line to me tells me that the books they think that they think tonight's game they have a very good shot to actually win. There's what that tells me. So yeah, that's why, guys. As far as that's why I said I'm just tonight's game. I'm just off of it.
That total was far too low because the Celtics have been scoring what? Okay, they dropped 105 game 1, and that was an OT game, right? But they were dominant in the first half. They had 90 in the second game, which was a very slow pace. Then they realized we can't give them life. Then they started scoring the ball 115, 113, 127. 127 is the most they've scored this series, and that was with Jaylen Brown at the helm. Do I think they drop 127 again? No. But I do think they drop at least 115. So.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, I see that we have some baseball questions in the chat, so we're going to start going over those. If you have any more questions, definitely go ahead and drop them in the chat now. And we will get to them. We got Ben here asking about the Nats versus the O's. Man, you picked
that's the only one I did to look at.
You picked a game where man, these teams are just not playing well. What are they? Let me pull it. I believe they're both like 2-8 their last 10. Let me pull it up here to make sure. Yes, both are 2-8 their last 10. Let me pull up my model really quick. But the Nats do have Gore going tonight. I am an overall Gore fan. So just without looking into it, that's how I would lean. But let me look at the numbers really quick. Let me see here. Yeah, you can get the Nationals as a underdog here. They are favored in the first 5. So actually with Gore on the mound right there shows you a whole lot there. So yeah, I would be looking at the Nats side. I think the first 5 is a little safer. Like I said, they are actually the favorite there. So that they are showing, as far as Gore there, he actually is the side. But honestly, the Orioles bullpen has been trash, guys. I mean, trash. I mean, actually, like the Nats, they're not good. But if you wanted to take the value on the full game at plus 110, I mean, I wouldn't hate that. I make them a small favorite here. I have them priced at minus 107. But that's just a game. Like I said, it's just 2 teams I'm not really trying to back currently. So yeah, that's why I'm just gonna stay away from that one. Got Cook in the chat. What's up, man? Cubs and White Sox. This is a game that goes off this afternoon at 2:20. Total here is 11.5. That is all because of one thing. I'm going to give you a little weather report here. Yeah, guys, the wind is. I mean, you can obviously already tell the wind is blowing strong, guys. It's blowing out to left field. Looks like it's going to be blowing out around 20. So I mean, like you know what that means. Yeah, Bill said it's high winds. I mean, it's either over or either like pass. Honestly,
at Wrigley is the other piece to that. That matters because that fence is so small. I think you could stand next to it and be taller than it. Like, it's extremely small, man.
So I mean, yeah, it's I mean it's either over or pass. I don't really see a big edge on actually that though, so that's why I'm actually just gonna stay off. But yeah, it would definitely be over or either pass. I think Corbin Burns to record a win at minus 130. If that's the price, then yes, I absolutely love it. I haven't looked at that market for that game. I honestly threw that game out. I didn't even look at it just because I knew the Diamondbacks were going to be priced crazy. Let me pull that up really quick.
Yo, he used to be trash can of the year last year, but he had some pretty good advanced stats last year, like towards the end of the year.
I mean, you're looking at a money line of minus 420. You're looking at a baseball money line of minus 420. And in past seasons, I would have told you that no baseball team should be a minus 400 to just anybody.
Right.
Like I would blindly bet the dog if it was this type of price, because this is baseball still. I mean, your bad teams still win games. With that being said, the Rockies are really bad. The Rockies are just not your average bad team, guys. They are they're even worse. So yeah, I mean, I don't have a sports book that has that actually has that on it currently. But if you can get a minus 130 for that, yeah, I absolutely love it. Because like I said, if you're getting a money line of minus 420, but then you think that Corbin Burns is actually going to go at least 5, which he should, and actually them have the lead then, which they should. like that's a great price.
At ESPN Bet, the Rockies run line is plus 2.5 at plus 105. That's insane.
Yeah. I mean, to
Oh,
lay the
yeah.
yeah, I mean, as far as the Diamondbacks to lay the run line, you still have to lay minus 200. There's crazy.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, let me pull up something else because go back to my weatherman here. I believe they've been having the actual roof open there, um, and it's going to be hot there today. It's actually going to be 90. So the balls should be flying. So either that minus 145. And I mean, like they're still a great price. I mean, just actually look at like I said, just actually look at the actual the actual money line price kind of compared to that. Yeah, I mean there's a great price unless Burns somehow gets like hit up and just doesn't go through 5, but like I just don't see that happening. Yeah, but I would either look at that or either look at the Diamondbacks team total over, because they should put up runs, and then tonight on actually top of it, like I said, it's actually gonna be a hot night. As far as the roof there should be open. There's something that I would definitely check on, but the roof should be open though, and just the ball it just actually carries very very well there. So there's how I would look. The Birmingham Barons could probably crush the Rockies. Yeah, man. The Birmingham Barons, the Savannah, whoever they are, all those teams probably could.
What is Burns' earned run line? I'm interested because he just went 7 innings. He went 7 innings with the Dodgers. He only gave up 5 hits and 0 runs. Like, no way he comes from doing that to the Dodgers to get blasted by the Rockies, right? I'm not buying that. Like, what is his earned runs?
I'm
He's only given up 2 runs in the last 3 games. So
pulling up on DraftKings here.
I like that.
Yeah. To actually get the win, to record a win is minus 145. His earned runs allowed line is set at 1.5.
Is it plus money at least?
It's actually juiced to the over, so you can get under 1.5 at plus 115. And honestly, I'm not sure that I would do that. That is tough, man.
Yeah, I'll take but one person on base and
especially with a night like tonight with like the ball flying. There's tough.
I'm a chill.
Yeah, I would have to pass.
Had it been 2.5, I would have took it. Like just
yeah,
I was looking at 2.5. That's why I was asking.
All right, guys. If that's everybody's questions, we're going to go ahead and get into some best bets. Joe, I'm going to let you lead off. What is your best bet for tonight?
I only got one for tonight. So I'm gonna go Boston Celtics over 103.5. That by far is my favorite play of the day. I like it up to 115, or I'll put money on it up to 110. So me personally, I'm taking alt lines, but I like it up to 115. So 103.5 is my official 3-unit play for this one.
Like you guys. And I'm also going to have one. The biggest edge that I have tonight is in that Tigers Blue Jays game. We're going to go over 8.5 runs there. So those are our 2 favorites by far. Going to put them up on the screen here. Everybody get your phones out and take your screenshots. These are our 2 favorite plays. We're coming off of a sweep yesterday, so trying to do it again. Yeah, guys. Cook's asking about the Braves money line. Man, I was really close there. I mean, it's weird to say to have like Chris like sale and saying, this is a buy low spot, but I think it is. That's definitely the only way that I could go there, and like I said, I actually almost did. I was very, very close there, but that just missed my card. Christian, yes, man, of course, let's make some money on this Friday. And with that, Joe, do you want to take us out?
My man DJ Khaled said, "You either win with us or watch us win. Either way, let's fucking win, baby."
That's right. Let's fucking win, guys. Later.